ZSH plugins allow you to customize and improve your ZSH shell experience. They either improve the appearance or the functionality of your shell. However, if you search for ZSH plugins on the internet, you'll encounter a sea of ZSH plugins. So, how do you know which plugins to install? In this video, I want to show you exactly that. I want to show you my top 5 ZSH plugins that will make you more productive and faster with a CLI. By the way, I'm using these plugins with all my ZSH framework. If you want to take your Mac terminal to the next level, check out this article I wrote that shows you how to install Item 2 and all my ZSH on your machine. The first plugin is Git, which comes pre-installed with all my ZSH. It provides useful aliases or shortcuts and a couple of useful functions. Instead of typing long commands such as git push, set upstream, origin branch for example, you can simply use the alias or shortcut gp-sup. Typing one long command once in a while, it's not a hassle. However, we interact with Git frequently as developers and we spend a lot of time typing the same commands. That adds up in the long run, so why not save a few keystrokes and some time? The Git aliases I use the most frequently are as follows. However, there are a lot more aliases or shortcuts and you can see them at the end of this article. And in case you want to create custom aliases, you can do that as well by adding them in the Zsh-hrc configuration file. Here is my configuration file in case you want to see my custom aliases. The second plugin is the Zsh-autosuggestions Plugin. You most likely write a considerable amount of commands in the terminal each day, and the chances are that you repeat most of them frequently. The Zsh-autosuggestions Plugin provides an autocomplete functionality. It suggests commands based on your history of previous commands and completions. This image illustrates an example. It's a handy plugin that helps you save keystrokes and therefore time. There are a couple of ways to install it, but if you have all my ZSH installed, you can do it as follows. First of all, you need to clone the plugin into your plugin directory. Then you need to add it into your Zsh-hrc configuration file, and then you need to reload your terminal. You can check out other ways to install the plugin in this repository. The third plugin is the Zsh-syntax-highlighting Plugin. This plugin provides syntax highlighting for the commands you type in the terminal. Without this plugin, the whole command is the same color, gray or white. Not only does it look dull, but it's also more difficult to catch typos and other mistakes. With the syntax highlighting, the terminal looks better and you can also seamlessly differentiate between the different parts of your command. There are a couple of ways to install this plugin, but if you have all my ZSH installed, you can install it like the previous plugin. To install the plugin, clone the plugin repository in the plugins folder of ZSH as follows. We then need to add the plugin in the Zsh-hrc configuration file. Once again, save the file and restart the ZSH shell as follows. So let's try the new plugin by trying to write a command, git clone, which is the previous command that I ran, and you can see that git is now colored. However, the more complex the command is, the more useful this plugin is. As usual, you can check the other installation processes in this repository. The next plugin is the You Should Use plugin. It's really difficult to remember all the aliases and shortcuts from the Git plugin or the ones that you set manually into your configuration file. And that's where the You Should Use plugin comes really handy. Whenever you type a command that has an alias or a shortcut, it will find that shortcut and it will display it in the terminal. It's really handy and it helps you memorize the shortcuts or even discover new ones. There are a couple of ways to install it, but if you have all my ZSH installed, you can do it as follows. Once again, clone the plugin repository in the plugins folder of ZSH. Then add the plugin in the Zsh-hrc configuration file. And lastly, save the file and restart the ZSH shell as follows. And now let's try the new plugin by trying to write the previous command. As you can see, I already have an existing alias or shortcut for that command, and this plugin just showed it to me in the terminal. The last plugin is the Zsh-bat Plugin. If you use the cat command regularly, you'll love this plugin. As you know, the output from the cat command is really bleak and it's really hard to navigate the content of the file. So the Zsh-bat Plugin replaces the cat command and gives you a better output. Instead of using the cat command, you'll use bat, which returns an output with syntax highlighting and a Git integration. Now, the output is legible and it also looks fantastic. There are a couple of ways to install this plugin, but if you have all my ZSH installed, you can install it like the previous plugin. Clone the plugin repository in the plugins folder of ZSH as follows. Then add the newly installed plugin in the ZSH RC configuration file. And lastly, save the file and restart the ZSH shell. And now let's try the plugin and see how it works. As you can see, the output is much better. A very important mention: for this plugin to work, you must install bat on your machine. These are the 5 ZSH plugins that make my life easier and makes me more productive and faster with the CLI. These plugins improve both the appearance and the functionality of my ZSH shell. You can see my entire ZSH configuration here. Also, if you use the default Mac terminal, you might want to check this article that teaches you how to improve it by installing all my ZSH and iTerm too. Thanks for watching.